After going up by as many as 35 on the Warriors, the OKC Thunder proceeded to lay another beatdown on another Western Conference heavyweight in the LA Lakers. OKC put on a defensive clinic as per usual, clamping up LA and holding them to 40.3% shooting from the field and 31.4% shooting from distance. Beating the Lakers by 29, OKC improved to a league-best 12-1 and 6-0 at home. With the Thunder's best defender in Lou Dort out of the equation currently, Alex Caruso filled in to guard Luka with key minutes off the pine. The former LA Laker and Caruso was one of the main reasons why Luka Doncic shot just 7 for 20 from the field and 1 for 7 from deep. 13 games in, and the Thunder continue to own the NBA's best defensive rating by a mile, as the gap between the Thunder and the second-ranked Pistons in defensive rating is the same gap between the second-ranked Pistons and the number 19th ranked Chicago Bulls. The reason this is all insane is the fact that OKC's not only without second option Jalen Williams, but they've been missing key role players in the aforementioned Lou Dort to go along with Aaron Wiggins and Kenrich Williams. Alex Caruso's arrival in Oklahoma City in the summer of 2024 instantly reshaped the Oklahoma City Thunder's identity. Coming over in the Josh Giddey trade, Caruso brought something this young contender desperately needed: championship experience, high-level defensive mastery, and a veteran voice who had already seen what it takes to win at the highest level, as he did with the LA Lakers in 2020. Caruso's impact is impossible to overlook. He has become the connective tissue between OKC's stars, giving the team a defensive heartbeat on the perimeter and a leadership presence in the locker room. Don't get it twisted. OKC was already trending upward before he arrived, having made the second round in 2024, but Caruso accelerated their transition from up-and-coming to championship-ready. Defensively, Caruso has been everything the Thunder have hoped for and more. In his first full season with OKC, he averaged 1.6 steals per game in the regular season and 2 steals per game during their playoff run, numbers that reflect both his instincts and relentless motor. His defensive RAPM, or regularized adjusted plus-minus, clocking in at plus 4.6 over a 4-year sample, ranks the best in the entire league. The Thunder's elite defensive metrics, first in opponent field goal percentage, 3-point percentage, steals, and deflections last season, are in no small part tied to Caruso's presence and example. Whether he's guarding the opponent's best perimeter weapon, directing younger players like Cason Wallace and Jalen Williams on switches, or simply making the hustle plays that tilt games, Caruso provides a level of defensive security very few guards in the NBA can replicate. On the offensive end, Caruso contributes in quieter but equally important ways. He averaged 7.1 points, 2.9 rebounds, 2.5 assists, and shot 35% from deep in his first season with OKC, stats that don't jump off the page, but fit perfectly alongside Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and the Thunder's creators. His high IQ off-ball movement, timely cutting, and ability to make the extra pass help keep OKC's offense flowing, especially in bench-heavy lineups. More importantly, Caruso's leadership has been a stabilizing force for the Thunder's young core. He sets the tone in practices, holds teammates accountable, and provides a veteran calm in pressure moments. For a team built on youth, length, and versatility, Caruso has become the necessary grown-up in the room, the kind of player championship teams rely on. Isaiah Not No Average Joe posted 21 points off the bench against the Lakers, and this season, Joe's stepped up his game to another level. He's averaging a career-high 16.3 points per game through 8 appearances, and he's taking almost 9 threes per game and hitting almost 41% of those shots. What makes Joe's surge compelling is how naturally it fits into the Thunder's evolving identity. He used to be seen mostly as a situational shooter, someone you plug in when you need spacing. Now he's become a full-time problem for opposing defenses. His improved shot creation, faster trigger, and off-ball movement shooting give OKC something special. A bench scorer who can warp defenses the moment he steps on the court. And on the other end, Joe's not a liability. He's reading rotations well, using his length effectively, and competing with a level of urgency that keeps him playable even in tougher matchups. Isaiah's picking his spots smarter, attacking closeouts with more confidence, and showing he can survive physically against bigger wings. That combination of volume, efficiency, and effort has turned him into a true two-way contributor, not just a spark plug like he used to be. Even more important than the numbers is the mentality shift Joe has embraced. On a roster led by Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Chet Holmgren, and at full strength Jalen Williams, three players who command defensive attention every possession, Joe understands exactly what his role requires and executes it at a high level. When he checks in, the opposing game plan has to be wary. Defenses can't sag off him for a second, which opens bigger driving lanes for OKC's creators and forces teams to stretch themselves thin covering the perimeter. His confidence has expanded too. He's taking heat checks, calling for the ball in rhythm, and stepping into big moment threes like a veteran who's been there before. And the Thunder trust him with those moments. That trust matters. It signals that Joe has graduated from nice bench piece to legitimate rotation cornerstone, the kind of weapon that makes the contending team feel even more dangerous when the second unit hits the floor. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander dropped a game-high 30 points, a game-high 9 assists, and finished a game-high plus 25 against the Lakers, another night where he looked completely in control of everything happening on the floor. The way Shai dictates pace is downright deadly. He's got this rare ability to bend the tempo to whatever benefits his team. When a possession needs patience, he slows the game to a crawl and manipulates defenders with his pacing, hesitations, and offbeat timing. When it's time to strike, he explodes into the paint with that long first step and impossible-to-time Euro steps that have become his signature. And what makes him elite isn't just the scoring, it's his feel. Shai always understands when the moment calls for him to take over, and when it's better to create an easy look for a teammate. He reads the floor like a superstar quarterback, anticipating where the defense will rotate and beating it before it even reacts. His decision-making, maturity, and unshakable calm under pressure elevate the entire Thunder offense, and nights like this prove once again why he's the best player on the planet. What makes Shai even more terrifying is how effortless he makes superstar production look. There's never any panic in his game, just poise, patience, and mastery. He controls defenders with angles, footwork, and timing, rather than brute force, which makes him nearly impossible to speed up. Even when teams blitz him or load the paint, he stays composed, calmly picking apart traps and creating high-value shots for the Thunder. His mid-range is automatic, his drives are calculated and precise, and his ability to get to the line at will keeps defenses guessing. Every possession with Shai feels like Oklahoma City has the upper hand before the ball even crosses half court. That's the impact of a true franchise player. Someone whose presence alone lifts the floor and raises the ceiling of an entire team.